Hey guys, in case you don't already know us, my name is Katie and this is my husband Will, and we are getting ready to head to Disney World next week. And this trip is a little bit different than the last several trips we've taken because we are actually going with our entire families. My parents, his parents, our siblings. So we've got a group of 11 traveling, and we are spending this weekend before we leave prepping and packing and doing all those exciting things before we get ready to hop on a plane on Wednesday morning. So if you would like to follow along and join us to see what we're getting up to, that is what this video is going to be, and then hopefully we'll have more videos of our trip coming shortly.
Let's go to Disney.
Let's go! Alright, so I'm just sitting at my desk, finishing getting a few things ready that I've been working on this morning, and I thought I would show you guys what we've been doing. I have our magic bands here that I still have not fully taken out of the box to pack because I just love getting those. But I wanted to show you guys, these are the Magic Band Plus. So you can see Will got one that is up themed. It has the Wilderness Explorer logo, and then I got this pink. And the new ones do actually, with Magic Band Plus, they actually come with chargers. So they're a lot more active in the parks. They respond to the 50th statues, to fireworks, to shows. So we're really excited to try those out on this trip. They are brand new. They just came out a few weeks ago. Well, I guess it's been almost a month now, but another thing that I've been so excited about, I need to take this sticker off, probably wash this before I pack it, but I ordered this shirt from United Monograms, and actually all my sisters-in-law got the same shirt, so we're going to be wearing them together. But I thought these were so cute for Halloween in Disney World. So they have the skeletons with their Mickey ears and their Mickey balloons, and I thought that was so cute. So I'm so excited about that. And then I am actually part-time. I'm a travel agent with Treadway Travel Company, so I specialize in Disney vacations. So I did actually plan this trip for our family myself. And part of what I like to do is have a full itinerary, all of our confirmations, all those things ready before we go. So I actually have, here is our itinerary. So we've got snacks and dining and ride lists and transportation, and then I added this morning for the first time to try out just like a little sample packing list. So I filled out mine, so I'm ready to actually put some things in a suitcase hopefully later today. And then I've got all of our confirmations in the order that we'll need them, ready to go in this folder. So I am feeling much better now that I know all of that is taken care of. I've got all of that organized for not only Will and I, but also for everybody else that we're traveling with. So if there are any issues at all, we've got everything there ready to go. So I think now that I'm pretty much done at my desk, we will be working on cleaning the house and getting things ready before we actually start putting things in a suitcase, because I'm the type of person that I definitely want all the laundry done. I want all the dishes done. I want everything to be as clean and tidy as possible when we get ready to leave. And then I feel ready to actually put things in a suitcase and think about getting on the plane. So it is currently, it's Saturday and it's just about noon. So we are going to be heading out, I think I already said it's Wednesday morning, but technically to get to the airport, we're going to be leaving our house at about 2 a.m. and driving to the airport to get there in time for our flight that leaves about 6 a.m. So it is going to be a either a very late night or a very early morning, whichever way you want to look at it. Hopefully we'll be able to get some sleep the night before, but the good news is we'll be in Disney World by lunchtime. So we'll have that whole second half of the day on Wednesday when we arrive to hopefully go to Disney Springs and get some lunch and walk around and shop a little bit, come back to the pool, and then everybody can go to bed early and rest up to get ready for our first park day. So that is the plan. So I'm going to go probably do some laundry and dishes, which is not the most exciting part of this process, but I can check that off the list and then get to the fun stuff. washer is going over here behind the curtain. And now we're getting ready to clean all our surfaces in the kitchen so that we can do the floors next. Hey guys, so it has been a minute since I picked up this camera. We ended up doing a lot of cleaning and tidying today. We got a lot of things done. All the laundry, all the dishes, a pretty deep clean of our floors. Just things that needed to be done that we wanted to be done before the trip. And before we really started packing and things like that. So Will has already laid out some of his clothes and gone ahead and gotten those things ready. So we'll be ready to kind of wrap that up tomorrow for his stuff. I am getting ready to maybe start tonight laying out a couple things. One thing I really wanted to do was my mom actually has a Cricut, and so we like to make shirts sometimes, and I had a specific idea in my head about a shirt with the lyrics to You Can Fly from Peter Pan, and so I made the design and it gave me such a fit in Design Space, the Cricut system. And I finally got it ready, and then I think I took a little bit of footage from that earlier. And if you have made something with the Cricut before with vinyl and you watch that, you probably look at the first part and say, that looks like she's putting the vinyl on there upside down. And that's because I did. No matter how many times I have made a shirt, I don't know that I've ever done that where I made it upside down. But I did it today, and it was something that took a really long time for the machine to cut and a really long time to pull through. So anyways, the first time it was upside down, so I had to redo it. And then the second time I went back and I double checked the measurements and made sure that the piece of vinyl I cut was big enough. And even when I went back and looked at the design afterwards, it still should have been right, but it was not. It went past that, so part of my design got cut off. So I, at that point, was like, I'm going to give it one more try, and if it still doesn't work, just forget it. And so I did it one last time, and it did finally work. So I'll show you guys that shirt when I am laying my things out to actually pack. But now I'm like, I have to take it and I have to wear it because I spent so much of my day and so much of my effort, so much of my daily allotment of patience on that task. So we got all that done, so I'm really excited that tomorrow's going to be the day that hopefully by the end of the night we really have everything put together for the trip, with the exception, you know, of those few things like chargers and a couple toiletries that you really can't pack until the night before. So I am going to go maybe start that a little bit. If I do, I'll try to show you guys some of the things I'm laying out to pack, and if not, I will check in tomorrow and show you all more of what I'm packing, because I have a couple things that I'm taking that are new this trip, some little gadgets and things that I'm kind of excited about that I had seen other people recommend. So hopefully we'll be able to give a review as we're actually on the trip using them, and if they work well, then I can share with you guys too. So anyways, just wanted to give an update because the night kind of got away from us, mostly with me spending extra time making that shirt. But anyways, we will check in tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Sunday now. We are on our way to church, and then I'm so excited because afterwards is when the real packing is going to start. Will's here. He got most of his packing done yesterday. We still need to do some things with like our toiletries. We got new like travel size bottles, so we need to take our shampoo, our body wash, things like that, and switch it over. But yeah, super exciting. We had a slow morning. We watched a little bit of Wreck-It Ralph just for a little extra Disney magic. Yes, and then we were just looking at the wait times in Disney World for today, which we do on a pretty regular basis even when we don't have a trip planned, but as this trip has gotten closer, we've probably done it gosh, every day, at least once or twice a day. So we were just checking it this morning, and we could honestly fill up at least a whole morning in a park, if not like more than that, with rides that have a 5-minute wait. So they're probably a walk-on right now. So that is very exciting to see that wait times are pretty low. So we have Genie Plus for the trip, but it's looking like we may not need it as frequently as we thought we might. So good stuff. But we are pulling in, so we're gonna go, and we will see y'all later. Hey guys, we just got back from church and grabbing lunch with my folks real quickly, and Will has run real quick to go mow the yard at his parents' house. His dad actually tore his Achilles back in the spring and has had it surgically repaired and has been going through physical therapy, but their yard has a lot of hills, and especially since we know in a couple days we have a lot of walking coming up, which will definitely be the most stressful, you know, physical thing that I'm sure his dad has done since his injury. We just want to make sure that he's really taking care of his foot while we're traveling, and so Will is going to go mow the yard just so there's not any extra stress. Plus his dad actually has been out of town, and his flight just got back in about maybe an hour ago, maybe not quite that, let's see. Yeah, about just right at an hour ago, so so he should be just getting home. So anyways, Will's gone to do that. I'm going to go ahead and change out of my church clothes and get into something comfy, and kind of get working on laying out. I laid out some clothes last night, but I want to go ahead and lay out everything that I have prepared on my bed. The last bit, we had a lot of things, like some of my leggings and things, some tops that I am wanting to take. I washed yesterday, but they needed to hang dry, so everything should be dry now and ready to kind of put into a packing cube. So I'm going to kind of organize that, and then I'll show you guys my setup. Alright, so we've got some things laid out, and I thought I would kind of show you guys what I have so far. I always pack in packing cubes, and I'll show those in just a second when I'm actually putting some things in them. We have a couple different sets. Will's already pulled out a couple for himself. This blue set on the bottom is from eBags, and this is my favorite set. I've had them for, I guess, 7 years now, and they have held up so well. They've been on almost every single trip that I've been on with me. So I will be packing in those. Over here I've got, these are two like kind of crop top sports bras, so I'll wear them underneath a shirt, but if it's a day that I'm just roasting, I need a break for a second, they're very long, like a tank top. And these are just regular sports bras, just all black, easy, comfy things. And then I have my regular bras and underwear already set aside. Plenty of extra socks. We are only going to be gone for a few days, and you may be looking at this the amount of clothing spread on my bed, and think that is way too much for a 5-day trip. And you would probably be correct, but I am an overpacker. I just am. It's just part of me, and I like to have lots of options. And when you're in Disney World, it's hot and you get sweaty, it might rain, so I like to have, especially when it comes to socks, just to make sure that your feet stay comfy when you're walking so much, I like to have extras in case I want to put on a fresh pair if we come back in the middle of the day for a break, or if it rains and my feet get really wet, I want to have dry socks. So I have plenty of extra socks. This is one tank top and this is a thinner athletic top I have, that the pattern, I don't know if you can see, but the pattern kind of reminds me of Spaceship Earth on it when you have it on. So those are two just really lighter options in case it's just so hot that I feel like I really want something lighter than a t-shirt. Over here I have my denim shorts, and then these are a pair of navy overalls. They're like a linen material, and then I wonder if I can kind of show you, they're pretty folded up. Here you go. So they have like this cute little button, and they're really, even though they're long, like they do go down to my ankle, they're very light, very thin. So I think they'll be comfortable. I might wear those when we go to dinner one night. Actually, we'll be in Disney World on my birthday, so I think I might wear those to like my birthday dinner. And then this is a top from Old Navy that's just a black top. It has a little pocket. It's probably hard to really tell against that navy. But anyways, it's just a black top that I might wear with those denim shorts, or I could wear it with leggings, but I brought that. It's just a top that's a little different fit than a t-shirt. Here's my stack of t-shirts, and here in a minute I'll go through all those and actually show them to you. There's too many here. I'll probably pull some out, but for right now I just pulled out anything that I could think of to start with. And these are all shorts. I have 2 pairs of bike shorts and 2 pairs of regular shorts, and then these are leggings. So I have 3 pairs of leggings right there. Got some extra stuff, like our magic bands are over here. In the backpack I started putting together some things, like these are ponchos, as you can see, some gum, things like that. So I'll show you that more in detail in a second. And then over here I've started to put together some things, like I have my Minnie ears, a Mickey hat, a little headband, just a couple things that I might want to pair with some of these outfits while we're there. And I don't think I pointed out, I do have 2 pajama sets as well to go. So I'm gonna flip the camera and show you these t-shirts real quick. Alright guys, I'm gonna show you these t-shirts real quick. Sorry, it's a little dark in here. We don't actually have a window in this room, which is great for sleeping because it's always dark. You don't have to worry about light coming in, but for, these purposes, it's a little dark, but it'll be okay. These are kind of a combination of things I've either bought in a store, bought at Target, done a small shop, or things I actually made myself. So this one is from Target, little princess shirt. I've had that one for a couple years, so I'm not sure if they still have it or not. This one is Shop Disney. I actually got this one in the parks about this time last year. I love this one. I wear that one all the time. This one I got from a small shop, and I'm gonna have to confirm the name of it. Maybe I can leave it in the description because I'm not 100% sure which one it came from. I want to say it's My Oh My Supply Co., but I'm not 100% sure. But it has all the different Disney pumpkins. Perfect for this time of year. This one I think I actually got from JCPenney for like 15 bucks. They have a lot of Star Wars and a lot of Marvel. So I have this Star Wars shirt to wear to Hollywood Studios. And then this one I've had for a long time. I actually bought this in 2018 when we were going on our honeymoon to Disney World. And it just has this cute little like vintage Mickey right here. And I don't know if you can really see, but he's actually navy instead of black. So I am wearing this top with those navy overalls I just showed you, the way the straps are placed, you can still see Mickey because they're a little bit more in on the inside. So anyways, I'm taking this shirt specifically to wear with that because I thought that'd be cute. And then this one, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this shirt. I think I actually showed this one yesterday. I've washed it now and dried it, but I have this one as well as both of Will's sisters and then my sister-in-law that's traveling with us. We all have the same one, so we'll match probably a Magic Kingdom if I was guessing. And then this is the one that I made that has the lyrics to You Can Fly. So I was saying last night, it was such a pain. It took me 3 separate tries to get the cut right, and even then a lot of the letters were pulling off and I had to reattach them, so it was definitely a labor of love, but I do really love the way it turned out. This one, again, I hate to say, this is from a small shop that Will got me for Christmas a couple years ago, and I just can't remember, excuse me, and I can't find where I got it, so I'll try to look a little harder and see, but it's the castle and it says believe in magic, and I love the color of that shirt. So sweet. This one I made myself, and I actually made it again this time last year. We were going to Disney World when it was almost the end of Happily Ever After because the 50th anniversary was coming, and so we were one of, you know, we were in those last few weeks, and so I wanted to go see Happily Ever After, and I made this shirt that says I cry during the fireworks because I do every time, and it doesn't matter if it's Happily Ever After or Wishes or Enchantment or Harmonious or whatever it is. They always get me. But Happily Ever After is definitely my favorite, and this is so fitting because today the D23 Expo is still going on, and they just announced today that next year Happily Ever After will be returning, which is like the best news in the world because I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about the fireworks. I like Enchantment. I think it's fine. I think it's still a very sweet show. I love the lasers and I love the projections. It's definitely like a feat of Imagineering. So I can appreciate that, but it does not make me feel the way that Happily Ever After makes me feel. So I personally am very, very excited that Happily Ever After will be returning. So it's a happy day in the Robinson household because that's just something that's like, I would love if that show stuck around long enough. Like, I would love to take my own children to see that show one day because it's just so special. So anyways, there's my shirts. Let's start putting stuff in a bag. Alright, so I'm going to start with my eBags packing cubes. There are 3 different sizes in the set that I have. Like I said, I purchased these a long time ago, so I'm not sure if they still sell them in the same set or not, but they come in 3 different sizes. I usually use the smallest one for undergarments and socks and things like that. Then we have a medium one and then the large one. I'm going to start with the large one because I know I've got enough stuff to fill it up, so I'm going to start with that and see how it goes. They are just such great space savers and help keep everything organized, so I swear by them. I take a packing cube if I'm traveling for 24 hours or for 2 weeks. Like, I will always use them. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull out what I'm going to be wearing our first day, at least I imagine what I'll be wearing our first day in Magic Kingdom. So I'm going to pull out a pair of my bike shorts and the skeleton shirt and a sports bra to go with that. Underwear, socks. I'm going to do the whole thing and put this over here because I usually like to pack at least 1 day's worth of clothes in my carry-on, so in case you have, you know, a situation where your luggage gets lost, which, you know, obviously we pray does not happen, but if it were to happen, then you know you've got at least 1 day's worth of clothes on your person, so you don't have to worry about that, and maybe your luggage can get to you by the time you need something else out of it. So I usually do that, and then I'm also going to lay out what I want to travel in on our way down there. So I'm going to leave these leggings out as my travel day outfit because they are super stretchy and comfortable and have a pocket. So I think I'm going to want those in the airport for sure. And then as we are walking around, and then I've got 2 more pairs of leggings, so I'll probably save this other one that's also very stretchy for the trip home. Alright. So I am a roller, so I just keep rolling items and then I'll kind of layer them in here as I go. Now these overalls are probably going to be pretty wrinkly. This linen material has a tough time with, like I said, just wrinkling really badly. So I will probably use an iron when we get there because the Disney hotel rooms do come with an iron and an ironing board so that you can freshen up your clothing when you get there. Move these over here and go ahead and pull out a shirt. That could also be, oh, even if these are travel day, that means no, for traveling down, that's right. Sorry, now I'm getting myself mixed up. I'm gonna leave, let's see here. I think I might wear my pumpkin shirt on the way down there. That sounds good. And there's that. And socks. Perfect. Okay, so those 2 outfits, travel day and the outfit that's going in my carry-on, are ready to go. Then I can tuck this tank top down in the edge and this other lighter shirt right over here. So that's 1 layer in this packing cube, but I can go ahead and definitely put another layer on top. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my other t-shirts and start with that. I'm definitely going to take my Star Wars shirt because I do think I would like to have that for our Hollywood Studios day, at least a half day that we'll have in Hollywood Studios. There's some room at the top. Okay. Then our Believe in Magic shirt. I'm going to put to the side for a second because I'm not 100% sure. This one I'm definitely taking because too much work went into this one for me to not take it. So that one's definitely going. This one is going since it's with my overalls. So cute. I'm going to hold on to I Cry During the Fireworks for a second. Take that one. Take my princesses. And you know what? I think I am going to go ahead and take I Cry During the Fireworks. So that gives me, I'll be wearing that Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, this is really overkill, but it's okay. Let's just not even worry about that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and close this one up. I probably could fit my pajamas on top of this one too, but I think this will be pretty good. So you can kind of see there's not, it's not like you're vacuum sealing anything, it's just really compression, but like you can see there's room right here. I could put more in this, but it got all of that clothing down really small, so that's awesome. Hey guys, so I'm sitting here on the floor now with my suitcase, my packing list, and my toiletries and some other things I'm going to go ahead and put together. So I'm going to put you right there. Alright, and I think I showed this yesterday, but I wanted to show a little bit more in detail. This is something that I did for our family and that I can do for clients as well, but not everybody wants an itinerary that's this detailed, but for our family, especially traveling with such a big group, I felt like this was probably the best idea. So we have on here, you can see it's broken down by a day. So we have our arrival day, our Magic Kingdom day. This day is split between Hollywood Studios and Epcot, and then this day is split between Animal Kingdom and then probably Epcot, but we've got options because we have a park hopper, and then our departure day. So that has everything on it. So I like to have that when I'm packing so that I can really look through and see like what outfits I want for what. So like I mentioned, an outfit for my birthday dinner, because on my birthday, for example, we are going to dinner in Epcot and fireworks. So I wanted to have an outfit specifically for that. And then I've got a page that comes with recommendations for dining, rides and shows in every park. A page that has information about transportation to and from every park. So those are things that I think, especially when I have people that have never been to Disney World, and like everybody in our family that's traveling has been to Disney World, but for some of them it's been like, 2 decades almost. So it's been a really long time. Ouch. I have a tangle in my hair. So, I mean, Disney World is almost a completely different place at this point because it's been so long since they've been there. So I think those things are really helpful just in case, like obviously if they're with Will and me, we will be able to direct them. And I think their plan for the most part is just to follow us around. But in case, somebody wants to go back to the hotel or wants to do something separately, they can. And then this page, I actually have sections for packing. So I have a clothing section, a toiletry section, a tech section, and then just extras. So I've gotten most of the clothing done. I'm going to go back through and make sure I check off exactly all the things that I know I packed, and that way I'll see what is left to pack and what needs to go in my carry-on and things like that. Right now I'm going to go ahead and start working on toiletries. I'm going to check off a couple things. This is the section where it's probably the most items that I cannot pack yet. So I have this bag. This is from Vera Bradley. It's a nice, like the material is, how to explain it? It's almost like a water resistant material. It wipes off really easily, and it has a zipper pocket on the side that you can put items in, and then on the inside, I'll show you actually when I take a lot of the stuff out, because as I've traveled over the last year or so, I've just accumulated a lot, and some of them are extra, some of them are doubled up, some of them I just really don't need for this trip. So I'm going to try to go through everything. Like I think there's like 3 different toothpastes in here, like just things like that. Here's another moisturizer, another hairspray. So I'm going to go ahead and take all of this stuff out, and we can redo. What's this? Another face wash. Okay. Ooh, lots of things. Oh, yep, and there's the extra toothpaste and floss and all that good stuff. Okay, so now I'll kind of show you that safety pin floating around down there. Honestly, I'm going to leave it in there because you never know what you might need. But on the inside, it's got, I know it's kind of dark. There we go, you can see it. So there's pockets lining every side, so it's really easy to keep your stuff organized, which I really appreciate. So in the past, I was using these containers. I got these in a set of travel containers that I think came from Walmart that was really cheap, and they've lasted really well for me, but I don't know if you can really tell. They've gotten to the point where like the part where you would squeeze them if you wanted to get the liquid out is starting to almost crack. So I don't want to waste the shampoo and conditioner that's in there, so maybe I'll use that in the shower for a couple days just to use it up. But I got new containers. These are from Target in their travel section, and I think instead of being like $1, I think they were about $3. But they are like silicone, so they won't have that same issue. Hopefully they'll hold up a little bit more than the other ones did. But I've got shampoo and conditioner in here, so I'm going to put those together. I just decanted some of my own, what I use on a regular basis, in there. And then for face wash, I have been using a CeraVe face wash that I really like. So I have a small one that is a Clinique that I got in like a sample set, but I am taking my own. I'm probably going to put both of these in there just because like the CeraVe has been working really well for me here at home, but when you're in a different climate and the humidity and your skin does different stuff, this one is a little bit more drying to my skin. So I'm going to take it also just in case I feel like my face is not responding well to the other one. This is my favorite moisturizer. I've used this literally since I was like 14 years old, and it has never failed me. It just works really well for my skin. So this is the Clinique. I don't know if you can see it. I always see bloggers do that. Does that even work? I don't know. Anyways, it's the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. That was not working very well, so we're just going to move on. And then you can see I had another one of those, an even smaller one. I'm just going to put that back. And again, maybe I'll use that over the next couple days. This is also a Clinique eye creams. They're all about eyes, and I do have a larger version of this in my bathroom that I use on a regular basis, so I will take that, especially because we are going to be really not sleeping the night before we go down there. In case I haven't talked about that yet, we live in East Tennessee, but we're flying out of Greenville, South Carolina, so it's a couple hours away, and our flight is at 6 a.m. So I think it's right at 6. I've actually got the confirmations right here. Oh geez, sorry, hit that handle. That was very loud. Let's double check while we're here, shall we? See the exact time. Oh, it's 6:40. Just kidding. So our flight leaves at 6:40. So just to get down there in plenty of time, we're going to be leaving here probably by about 2:30 a.m. So we're hoping to get a couple hours of sleep, but also knowing that we may not get very much sleep. You know, when you're leaving really early and you're worried about sleeping through your alarm and things like that. So I just have a feeling that we'll probably end up not sleeping very much. So and then we'll be waking up early every morning to go to the parks and probably staying out late, hoping we have the stamina to do that. So this is not necessarily a restful vacation, but it is a fun vacation that we're so excited about. So moving on with things for my face, I am going to take these makeup wipes. I don't love these on my skin, but they are handy on vacation. I'm probably also going to take, I have like a makeup removing balm that I use, and I'm probably going to take that as well, but I will need that. I use that on a daily basis, so that'll be something I'll pack Tuesday evening. So let's see, I'm going to check off a couple things on the list. That takes care of shampoo, conditioner, face wash, body wash. Instead of taking another small container, I just got this. I've used it before, found that at Target. It's the Love Beauty and Planet coconut water and vitamin C. So anyways, I've used that before in the full version, so I thought I would take that. Body wash. I'm also taking, where'd it go? I like to take a loofah. I use one all the time at home. I like to have one on vacation, especially because in Disney World we were just getting so hot and sweaty. I like to be able to like really scrub my skin at the end of the day so I can feel really clean. Moisturizer, all of those things I will need in the meantime. Also just grabbed a new razor from the pack. Hairspray. I'm going to spray my hair while we are down there. It's so humid. I don't know that my hair is it holds curl pretty well, but I know it will fall, but we're still going to give it a try. This is an extra hairspray that I don't need. Okay. Toothbrush and toothpaste. I just rinsed out my toothbrush container and popped a new toothbrush in there. So we've got toothbrush, toothpaste, mouthwash, and floss. All ready to go. Let's see here. Okay, I think pretty much everything else I will be using between now and then, so I'll need to revisit that. I do think I'm going to take, this looks kind of silly in this plastic bag like this, but this is just a small container I had that I actually put specifically some eye makeup remover in, because I like to use that makeup removing balm, but sometimes if I've had on a particular liner or mascara, it just doesn't get it all the way off, so I will use a little Q-tip in that to get that all the way off. And then I have these little containers. One has Q-tips, one has cotton balls, and so I like to take those. So I have those while we're traveling as well, so I'm going to tuck those in there. Alright, so that really still gives me a ton of room in here, especially for the bigger items that I have. Like my dry shampoo is a bigger bottle, my detangler is a little bit bigger, so all of those things should still fit nicely in there. and I will revisit that checklist on Tuesday before I actually put that in my suitcase. Another thing that I always take to Disney World is my own first aid kit that I put together. So you can get over-the-counter items in pretty much any gift shop in Disney World. In the parks, there are nurses stations, first aid stations where you can go and get assistance and, again, get some over-the-counter things. But I just like to have things with me because I just always think about, you know, if you're out in the parks and all of a sudden you have a blister, you don't want to walk to the other side of the park where the nurse's station is to get a Band-Aid. Or if you get a bug bite or, you know, anything like that. So that's why I usually just keep my own first aid kit. So I'm going to kind of go through here and see what all is in here and see what needs to be redone. And I do have a couple new things that I knew I needed that I was out of. I did get some Dramamine for some of the members in our party that have a tendency to get motion sickness, especially for the new ride Cosmic Rewind, the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, because I have heard many people say that if you experience motion sickness, then there's a good chance you'll probably feel a little queasy after that ride. So I thought it would be a good plan to have some specifically for that. So in my first aid kit, I always keep, this little container has Band-Aids. Ooh, they're sliding everywhere. And it has some gauze and things like that. And I've got several Band-Aids in there. And I will keep some in my purse also. And here's a couple that had fallen out. So I don't know that I need to stock any more in there. I think that'll be good. So I've just got that tucked in here with some Band-Aids. I have, this is called a Go Tub. You just squeeze the sides, well, maybe, and it opens up, and this is just a mixture of Tylenol and Advil so people can have that if they need it. Have some stomach medication in case anybody is not feeling well. I have, again, the Dramamine. I do have a couple Zofran that I got one time when I was sick, and I have just kept it, and honestly, I'm going to take that too in case somebody's just like really, really queasy. Have the Dramamine. Have some Gold Bond powder in case somebody is having issues with chafing or anything like that. Wet wipes. That pack's still about half full. An extra little hand sanitizer, even though I'll have that in my other bags as well. Antibiotic ointment. And then this bag is kind of a culmination of like just some random things. So there's like safety pins, a hair bow, moleskin, a miniature Tide pin, a cotton ball, a day quilt, like just random things. It's like if anybody feels at any point like there's something they need while we're on the trip, I want them to be able to be like, oh, somebody get the first aid kit out of Katie's bag, and I'm sure it has that in it. And then these are Tums smoothies. I'm going to be honest, these have been in here for about a year now, and I'm going to throw the ones that are in here away. They're more chalky, and rinse this out, and I have some like other chewable ones in there that I'm going to put in here to replace. So one thing that I don't think I've mentioned yet as I'm going through all this is that I am actually 12 weeks pregnant currently. I will be 13 weeks by the time we get to Disney World. And so we're going to take a picture while we're down there. And so I made a copy of our sonogram and laminated it because I didn't want to take the original and it get messed up. And I thought laminating it would make it more durable. But that is another thing that I am having to consider on this trip with what I'm wearing and, you know, what I'm taking and all of those things. So in addition to the first aid kit, I actually am going to be bringing all of my supplements, the things that I'm using, like lotion for my belly that I've been putting on, just to go ahead and keep that skin really hydrated. and things like that. So it actually was kind of difficult to pack because a lot of the leggings and things that I would typically take are a little bit more compressive, and as my body is changing and stretching already, those are not as comfortable, especially for all day wear. So I'm going to go, I actually have a pill case that I have been using, so I'm going to go fill that up with the supplements that I take each day, and go ahead and have that ready to pack as well. So that is something that obviously is so exciting, but it does change this trip. I'm going to be really making sure I'm taking extra good care of myself to stay hydrated and not get too overheated. And also, obviously, I will not be, normally I am riding everything. I want to ride all the roller coasters. So this trip will be a little bit different. I'll be slowing down and, maybe having a chance to do some things that I wouldn't normally do because I'd be so busy, hitting these bigger rides. And I think it'll be nice too because not everybody on Will's side of the family rides roller coasters, and my parents haven't been on one in quite some time, so it may be an opportunity while some other people are riding rides, I can have some quality time with the people who are not as big roller coaster fans and take them to, go see a show or go get a different snack they've never tried or things like that. So I think that's going to be my next step. And the reason that I thought about that at all was was talking about the Tums, because I will definitely want to make sure I have some, because I have gotten through the part of pregnancy where I was really, really nauseous, but I still experience some symptoms sometimes. So I want to make sure I have things to help remedy that should it hit me while we're there, because I really don't want to feel poorly while we're in Disney. So, alright, I'm going to go do that. Alright, so we're just finishing. I've been putting some things in my carry-on, getting things ready, and Will, what did you just tell me?
Well, I would like to think that I'm a pretty good packer since I learned from the best. But I also like to think that I'm probably the first of the 11 to have their entire suitcase packed in.
I would think so.
Ready to go, so.
And I can tell you, that's pretty compact. I'm pretty proud of you.
It's there's not a whole lot of room left, but it is also a small suitcase for essentially a 4-day trip.
That's awesome, especially a 4-day trip to Disney where we're wearing like multiple shirts and things like that.
Yeah, stay tuned for some Pixar heat that I'm going to debut.
Oh.
Hollywood Studios Day.
Some Pixar heat.
Some Pixar heat.
Some heat, he says.
Yes, they have not been unveiled to a whole lot of people yet. So.
Oh, that's exciting. And if we need any extra room, I'm taking the big suitcase. So far, that's all of my clothing plus one sweatshirt I wanted to take in case I want it in the room at night, because we do keep it pretty cold. But we've got all of this space open. My toiletry bag is going to be ready to go in the next day or so. Got a couple other things I need to grab that I'll still be using, and then my shoes and probably a curling iron and straightener are really the other things that will go in here. And then we're probably going to take this carry-on in case we have souvenirs, which is very cute. My mother-in-law got that for me and we love it.
Shout out to Mom.
Yep. But yeah, so we'll probably, let me flip you around here. We will have that suitcase if we need it, especially because we don't know exactly when we're going to get back to Disney. Normally when we leave, we kind of already have another trip planned, and we don't for this one. So, we just thought if there are souvenirs that we want to get or things like that. If you've ever purchased something like a coffee mug or a Christmas ornament in Disney World, it might be something that's really small, but they'll package it for you really, really well, so that it doesn't get broken while you're traveling. So when they package it really well, it's usually wrapped up and put in a larger box. I shouldn't say a large box, but bigger than you would probably think for a small ornament. And those things do take up space, and we like to be able to pack them safely. And it's nice to be able to pack them in a carry-on so you can keep them with you and know that they're not going to get thrown around with your check luggage. So I think it's going to be a good idea. It looks like we'll probably end up taking that one, and that way too, if Will needs any extra space, if he thinks of something else he wants, we've got a ton of room. If anybody else in our group, runs out of space or their suitcase is too heavy, we'll have extra room, which will be good. So, alright, I think we're pretty much done for the day. We, after we packed earlier, it looked like there was rain in the forecast, so we went for a quick walk in the neighborhood before the rain came, and then we just had leftovers for dinner and hung out for a bit. I just sent a text to the rest of our family asking if anybody wanted to do an Instacart order. So we're going to have some groceries, particularly Things that would be hard to travel with, like a case of waters or Gatorades, things like that that are heavier. We don't want to have to go to a store when we get there since we will not have a vehicle. We're going to use a transportation service to get to and from the airport. So we're going to do a grocery delivery that's going to come to the resort the day we get there with some of those things. So the family's been texting me what they want so I can put that together in one order for everybody. And then really, we both have a full work day tomorrow, so we are probably not going to do anything related to the trip tomorrow. We're just going to get through a long work day. Mondays are typically my longest day in terms of hours at the clinic and then in one of the schools I work in. So once we get done with that, I'm actually off on Tuesday. I went ahead and took off just so I could have time to like relax and get things ready because we will be trying to go to bed early. So I'll probably check back in with you guys on Tuesday, and I have a couple fun things. I've got to run a few errands to get ready for the trip, and I'm actually getting a manicure and a pedicure. Gonna splurge and do a little treat for myself before we leave. So show you guys that, but we're feeling really good. Our family's getting really excited. We've gotten a lot of sweet texts and messages today just about how excited they are. My brother and his wife actually are leaving tomorrow because a week from today is their 1-year wedding anniversary, so they decided to go down a few days early to Universal. Then they're going to join us in Disney World on Wednesday, and then they're actually going to stay an extra day in Disney as well, so they're not traveling on their anniversary. So they're really excited because they're actually getting on a plane tomorrow evening. So I'll have to check in with them too and make sure that everything is good. But yeah, it's getting real. We're going. Hey guys, it is officially Tuesday, the day before we leave for Disney, here on my countdown app. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can get it to focus. There you go. 1 day until Disney. Oh, and an email from Marvel. But yeah, it is the day before Disney, and I am so excited, but just to be truthful, I really wanted today to be, sorry, you might be able to hear, I had my door open just to have some more light in here this morning, but there's a lot of ambient sounds coming from out there. But I really wanted today to just be this like purely magical, fun day of getting ready, and I definitely think it will be. But to be truthful, I have not felt very well. I think I mentioned in one of the last things that I was filming on Sunday that I'm actually pregnant, which is just amazing and is truly a miracle, and we're so excited about. But the truth of it is that the first trimester can be pretty tough, and mine has definitely had some ups and downs, and I've had some days where I've been pretty sick. Thankfully, I haven't had anything like that probably about 3 weeks. I've felt pretty good the last 3 weeks, and especially the last week or so, felt like I was kind of getting some energy back, and I've been eating more, and had more of a normal appetite and things like that. But unfortunately, yesterday I really didn't feel well most of the day, and that turned into me being pretty sick and not being able to keep things down last night. And this morning I have felt a little better. I've still been queasy, and I had a headache when I woke up, but kind of have, I feel like you learn over the course of that first trimester, like you have a regimen when these things happen and knowing what helps. So I've done that this morning, and I am feeling better, but I'm also just trying to take it slow. I'm not trying to do too much. Like, I had planned to get up and get myself ready this morning, and I have not done that because I just, like I said, I took it slow and I rested, and so far I've gotten several things off my list checked off. I finished all my documentation. So I don't think I mentioned this, but I'm an occupational therapist. So any treatment or evaluations that I provide have to be documented in our system, and so I finished my notes from yesterday, so all of those are good to go. And I've confirmed with clients that I was supposed to see the rest of the week that I will not be here because I will be out of town. And so that feels good to have that checked off. I've placed an Instacart order to be delivered tomorrow night to our hotel. If you're not familiar with Instacart, that is a grocery delivery service. So, for example, if you're traveling to Disney World, you might want extra water bottles or Gatorade or, anything like that you might want that you don't want to take up weight or space in your suitcase. especially when you're flying and you have that weight limit on your check bag and things like that. It can be a lot easier to just have it delivered to the resort. So we placed an Instacart order collectively as a family for anything that we might want. Several people got a little case of waters or things like that just to have in the room to put in the fridge, and I got that placed and got everybody sent their totals so we could divide that up. And I figured that would just be easier doing one order and having that delivered under one name than having 6 different orders and trying to explain to everybody how it works. So I was like, I'll just do that and make that a simpler process. So we got that taken care of, and then Will actually popped by on his lunch break just to come check in on me because I think he was a little worried like I said, it had been quite a while since I'd had an evening like that. So he wanted to just make sure I was doing okay, and I've got a couple errands that I would like to go ahead and run before I have a nail appointment at 3:15. So I am going to get my nails and my toes done before the trip. And it's 12:10 now. Excuse me, I feel like I also am having a hard time getting my throat clear. So I think I may go ahead and try to run a couple of those. I want to run and get, unfortunately my makeup ran out like on Sunday. And I knew it was a little low, but I thought I had enough to at least get through this week, and it's completely out. Like, I'm shaking the bottle as much as I can, and I'm getting nothing. So I really want to have that to take on the trip, because what I typically wear is a lighter, it's a little bit more than a tinted moisturizer, but not much, and it does have an additional SPF in it to the sunscreen that I wear every day on my face, which I definitely want to have for the Florida sun. So I'm going to go pick that up, and I think I need to pick up 1 or 2 things at Walmart. I think that's about it. But yeah, I have a list of just the last couple things to finish. So I'm going to try to run and go do those and get, like I said, get back in time to be able to put that stuff away and maybe do a couple other things before I run to my nail appointment, which is literally just right down the road from my house. So it doesn't take more than 5 minutes to get there. So that is what's happening today. Starting to feel better, and hoping that the adrenaline and the Disney magic is just slowly kicking in, and that when we have to wake up at 2 a.m. Here in just like 14 hours to get on the road, that will just really carry me through, and I'll be feeling a lot better. So let's get to it. Hey guys, sorry if it's a little bit loud in here. Our air just turned on, and there's a vent right behind where I need to be right now, but we're just going to try to make it work. I'm going to try to talk over it. So I'm just going through the last couple things here that I need to finish putting things in a suitcase. Finished up errands earlier, got my nails done, ended up doing this black. Let's see if I can make it focus on them. It's trying. I blocked my face maybe. Anyways, I'll have to show you maybe in like the sunlight tomorrow. But it's this black that's got like sparkles in it. I don't know if you can see a little bit better there. But anyways, it's really pretty. I think it's called Diamonds in the Sky. But it was so nice. I got my nails and my toes done. That was very relaxing today, especially on a day where I was not feeling very well this morning, but I'm definitely feeling better this afternoon. So hopefully that little, like, maybe 24 hours, 12 hours of pregnancy nausea is done. Picked up my makeup. This is what I have been wearing for a long time, and I really love it. It's called Clinique. Let's see here. There we go. Clinique Even Better Glow. And it's just a nice light makeup, and I really, really love it. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up because I'll pack that. Actually, I'll lay it out because I will I'll probably go ahead and put some on in the morning. And then I also just got these leggings that came in. They weren't supposed to come until tomorrow, so I didn't think I'd be able to take them. But they got here. They're very stretchy. They're the Crazy Yoga leggings, and I got them in like I think they're 25 inch, like the equivalent of like a 7/8 from Old Navy or something. But they're supposed to be a dupe for the Lulu Aligns, and I just got a pair of the bike short version of these from Crazy Yoga, and I really like them. So I'm hoping I really like those leggings too. And this is actually my travel outfit for tomorrow. And I'm actually going to trade out and put these leggings with those because they're a little bit lighter than the ones that I had prepared to wear. And it's going to be hot and probably a little rainy when we get there. So if those work, I'm going to try them on. I would rather wear those. So I'm going to put those in my travel outfit. I'm also packaging up. I our silicone straws. So if you don't know, Disney only has paper straws now for environmental reasons. So you cannot get a plastic straw in the parks, which is great for the environment. We just don't love using them if you have like a slushie or a float or something that takes like a milkshake, something that takes a little bit longer to drink. The paper straws just disintegrate, so we like to keep the silicone straws. So we have these that we got from Amazon, and they come in these little pouches. And then I'm taking a couple extras too, and they also have a cleaning brush that you can take if you want to rinse them out and things. So I'll put some of these with me and some with Will, so we both have some in our bag. Well, I know I was also going to share with you guys, I love using these. They're technically reusable sandwich bags, or like reusable Ziploc bag, whatever you want to call it. But I got these at Home Goods. I think I got them in a pack. So I have a small one, a large one, and then this is the medium size. But they're so good for trips like this. And right now I just have some extra toiletries I've been storing up for travel. So I don't actually need these items on the trip. I already have those things packed. But I'm going to put some other things in this. Like I might go ahead and put these straws in here. Or I might put like our magic bands, like stuff I want easily accessible. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But I'm going to work on a couple of those things. And we've got to clean up my car. I went ahead and got gas, but it's still got my my therapy supplies are all in there that I take with me when I go work in the schools. And so I need to get those out to make room for all of our luggage. All right, so let's take a look at my actual suitcase. I have 2 packing cubes. Let me take these things out. 1 large packing cube across the bottom with the bulk of my clothes. This one with extra things, mostly undergarments and pajamas. I've got 1 hat that I'm bringing with me with a little Mickey on it. And then this is 1 sweatshirt I'm taking, which actually, let me undo this and I'll refold it because I want to show you guys the sweatshirt. I got this in Disney a couple years ago, and it's this navy sweatshirt, but then it has all these different little embroidered like Disney symbols. So it's the castle, Star Wars represented here, Expedition Everest, the Tree of Life, Spaceship Earth, and I think, yep, there's Tower. So super cute. Let me that, and then the last thing I'm going to pop in here is our first aid kit that we will have just in case when we go to the parks. Also, if you can see my fingers being kind of red there around the edges, they look worse on the camera. My cuticles were really, really bad, so she did have to work on them quite a bit today. So I just didn't want you to see that and be like, girl, what's wrong with your fingers? They needed some help today, some extra attention. And then over here, I usually take 2 pairs of tennis shoes. I have 2 pairs of my Hoka's, 1 there, and then this one that I'm actually going to be wearing tomorrow. They're my favorite shoes, and we've just had experiences where they've gotten wet before in like a really bad rain, and then they just don't dry fully by the next day. And so I just want to make sure I have enough shoes to be comfortable that if I want to wear my tennis shoes, I can. And then these are just some little black slides. These are from Target to have to like wear the pool, or if I just want to run real quickly to go grab a drink in the food court area or something like that. And then I've got my Birkenstocks in case I want to wear those one night. Over here in this zipper pocket, I've just got some extra things, like this is a belt in case I want them with denim shorts, extra ponchos in case we need those for the rain, some extra gum. In case you did not know this, Disney does not sell gum anywhere in the parks. You can bring it in, but you can't buy it when you get there. So if you want it, you got to bring it with you. And then I have some extra packs of tissues, just good to have. This is a pair of denim overalls that I know I don't need. I probably won't wear them, but I just want to have them just in case I want to wear them one night. So I've got those. This pocket is empty. I am going to go ahead and do my hair tonight. I'm going to shower and go ahead and curl my hair probably, and then I'm going to let that cool and go ahead and put my straightener and my curling iron in there. So you can see this suitcase has like a lot of, like, this is all empty, like a lot of empty space. The only other thing that's going to go in there is my toiletry bag here after I finish putting a couple more things in there. So we're still going to have plenty of space in here if we need to bring back souvenirs in this one, and the weight should be pretty good. So that's pretty much it with the big suitcase. Over here, we did decide to go ahead and take a small carry-on. This is my Minnie Mouse suitcase that my mother-in-law got for me. Ignore our trash over there too, overflowing. We're gonna take it out before we leave. So again, this one doesn't have much in it, but we just thought it'd be good to have in case we need some space coming home. Or if anybody else needs to put something in here, we'll have space. So this pouch is all my ears and headbands that I might want to wear. And I like them being in this hard case on the way down there, that it's got like the shell. And that this case will be with me, so I can know that they'll be a little bit more protected. This is one of those cooling towels that you get wet and then it stays cool. So we're bringing that just in case, because it will be hot. Get this all zipped up. And then over here, a couple other things that I think I might want when we get there, because our room probably will not be ready because we're getting there so early. And we're probably going to run over to Disney Springs. Let me flip you around while I talk to you about that. So, room's probably not going to be ready. We're probably going to run to Disney Springs, but it's probably going to be raining. The weather could obviously change between now and then, but just looking at the weather tomorrow, it's probably going to be a little bit wet. So, I think, sorry, still having trouble getting my throat completely clear today. So I just wanted to make sure that I had a couple things on hand that I could get to easily when we get to the resort in case I want them. So we've got, let me flip back around here, my Chacos in case it's raining really badly and I don't want to wear my tennis shoes, my rain jacket, and an umbrella. So those are just a couple things that I've tucked right in there just in case. So this suitcase is going to be very light, basically empty, and we will tuck that in there. That way we'll know that those things are on hand if I need them. Okay, so we moved over to the bed now to work on my backpack and my belt bag, fanny pack, whatever you want to call it. I'll probably put the belt bag in the backpack tomorrow while we're on the plane, but that way I can just slip this out and I'll just have to take the fanny pack when we actually get there. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this little Mickey keychain that my sweet dad actually purchased for me. Thought that was so sweet. He just saw that and said he thought about me, thought about the trip. So he brought that to me today to take. So I thought I'll find a way to attach that to the bag, to a zipper or something somehow. Here in a minute. The one thing that I've already put in here for sure is this folder, which I know I have shown, but it has all of our confirmations, all of that good stuff. So I like to have this handy. That'll be on my person where I can get to those if I need them for any reason. I'm going to move some of these pillows because they're kind of in the way. Okay. And then this is my packing cube that has my extra change of clothes and things that I want to have in case something were to happen to our luggage. So actually, to save myself some room in the backpack, because I don't really need that to be in here, I think I put this in here tentatively when I wasn't sure if we were taking the Minnie Mouse suitcase. So I'm actually going to put this over here to put in there because it doesn't have to travel with me on my person. I do have I have several masks here. Masks at this point in time, as of September 2022, are not required anywhere in Disney World on any transportation or anything like that. They are recommended for non-vaccinated guests, but they are not required. So we are still taking some. We want to have them just in case, especially like boarding the plane and places like that when we're in really tight spaces. We just want to have them in case we feel like we need them. So I'm going to slip these in the front pocket of this backpack, and then I'm also going to put in there these are 2 ponchos that we want to have in case we need them when we first get there. So I'm going to pop those in this front pocket also, and then I'm going to grab I was also going to I have a packet of tissues I'm going to tuck down there in the front, just things to have easy access to. The next thing I'm going to do is anything that is a liquid, I'm going to pop into what I was talking about, this clear bag to pull out to go through security. So I have a Minnie Mouse hand sanitizer I'm going to pop in there. a lotion, and it does happen to be the H2O lotion that they have. Oops, that didn't work very well to put it in front, did it? The H2O lotion, that these are the products that they actually have in the hotel rooms. Oh, it's almost focusing. Oh well. But yeah, the H2O products they have, these are the sea salt scent, and this just smells like Disney to me, because that's what everything in the room is. Sadly, H2O is going to be discontinued. Like, that company is shutting down. They're not going to have their products anymore. So I might have to buy, you can order it online, you don't have to be in Disney to get it. So I legit may have to get some of that, because it's my favorite. I'm also taking this. This is the Deep Relief. Let's see if it'll focus on that. There we go. The Deep Relief Roller from Young Living. This is just something like if you have a headache or you have some aches and pains, it helps me to like roll it on that spot. So I'm going to take that. And then let me see if there's any other liquid in here. I think I have one more hand sanitizer in here. Oh, and look at that. Another H2O lotion. Probably only need one of those for this trip. Yeah, and another hand sanitizer I am going to pop in there as well. So I think that's all of the liquids. So I'm just going to pop that in there. Again, just to easily be able to get to that. I'll wait because I'll put that on top. Now, our Magic Bands, I think I showed the other night, I did go ahead and charge them, because with Magic Band Plus you do need to charge them on a USB port. So I did that the other night, so they should be good to go. So I'm going to slip those off, and I'm going to connect our Magic Bands. And I'm actually going to take those, and I'm also going to put those in this front pocket. Okay. Now I'm going to take those chargers and put them in our charging bag, which I still am going to need to put some other things in as we are done with them. Phone chargers and things like that we'll probably need to get in the morning, but I can go ahead and pop these in here. I have this little thing that I actually got at TJ Maxx. Will has the same one, and you can just tuck things in here and then roll it up. The only thing is, the more stuff you put in it, it doesn't roll up as well. So I'm trying not to cram it too full of chargers. Hey, Will's been making some shirts for his family.
Hello, people.
Hello. You want to show them what you made?
Getting shot right here.
You can pull it over here. So he and his siblings have the same tattoo. That's the I love you symbol in ASL. And then he made this design using Canva, using a graphic, and then he has started making shirts with them, and some of his family members wanted one to take on the trip, so he's making those for them real quickly tonight. So we'll have them. Are you just gonna pack them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just looking, there's plenty of room in both of those. So like, I'm gonna take, these are my clothes that I wanted to have just in case, and instead of putting them in my backpack, I'm just gonna put them in that Minnie Mouse suitcase.
Okay.
So if you wanted to do something like that, we got space.
Sounds good.
Okay. Love you.
Love you.
Hey, guess what?
Bye.
Tomorrow we're gonna be in Disney.
Hey.
Hey. Okay, let's see here what else. A couple other things I know I want to have. I have this pouch from Vera Bradley. Just trying to figure out the best way to use all the things that I have. Let me show you what else I have in here. Don't think I'm going to need my cart keys while we're there. Let's see. I need to just take everything in here out because I have like 6 lipsticks in here. I just don't anticipate that that will be a need, you know? Take all this stuff out. Oh, there's some change. I'll take that with me to Disney. Okay. Alright, so now this is just about empty. I got one more pocket back here. There's my AirPods that I will want for tomorrow. Okay. So I have this little pouch that will stay with me on my person, and it already has a little straw. some Band-Aids, another hand sanitizer. Glad I found that. Let's put that with the liquids, because you just can't have enough in Disney World when you're around that many people, can you? And then once we go through security, I'll move that back over so it's in my bag. This is a little thing with Tylenol. And then these are some little patches of moleskin. I don't know if you've ever used that before, but it comes in a big sheet, and it's really good if you have like a blister or a sore spot on your foot to stick on there to help prevent it from rubbing. So I went ahead the other night and we've been in that position before where I had a whole sheet of moleskin, which is great that I had it, but I didn't have any scissors, I didn't have any way to cut it, and it's very thick. It's not something you can easily cut or tear, like you have to have scissors to do it. And so I was smart enough this time to say, I'm going to actually cut it first, and I took a couple pieces and put them in here, but then the rest of it is actually is in my first aid kit. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and put in here some chapstick, which I have a new one over here that I've been saving up in my bedside table just for this. So exciting. So I'm a big Burt's Bees girl. It's my favorite chapstick I always keep on me. So I have one of the original and one that has a tint to it in Red Dahlia. I love this one. So I'm going to throw those in here. We've got a Tide pen, always useful. And I think that's what we're going to start with in there. So this is going to stay with me, like I said, on my person. It's small enough. I'm going to tuck it in here in the belt bag. And then I'll also take my wallet, which I'm going to kind of go through and organize and take out the things I don't need, because it's pretty heavy right now. It's got a lot of change in it. So I'm going to go through that. And then the other thing I really need to figure out is my camera stuff. So I have, I think I told y'all I have, this is the biggest one, the medium, and then the small one that I just put in my bag. These are that set of reusable bags that I got. So I think I'm going to put all my camera stuff in here. So Will got me a really nice case that came with the initial kit that I got, but it is kind of big and bulky. It's not something that I would want to carry through the parks. So I think I'm going to start with seeing how things fit in this. I think that might be, it's not quite as protective, but it's a little more concise. So I think I'm going to give that a try. So I'm going to get the camera stuff, get the rest of my purse stuff situated, and then the last thing that I don't know if I've shown you is I have this little fan. And it has 3 settings. So it's a nice little personal fan. Oh, so nice. And you just charge it with a USB and can use that in the parks. And it also has this little ring on the back so you can have it on your finger to hold. But I thought that was so cute. I found that on Amazon with the little Mickey ears. So we are also going to take that. Pop that down in there too. Alright, I'm going to kind of go sort through all this stuff and be back in a minute. Okay, I've reorganized myself a little bit here. Another charger I'm ready to put in is for our portable charger. We like to have that with us in the parks because my Disney experience, taking photos and videos, posting things just kind of drains your battery, so I like to have that. And pop that in the backpack. We've got, I think really it's going to be my watch charger and my phone charger that are the last things I'm going to put in here, as well as the charger for my camera battery, because I'm going to take the battery out of here and go ahead and charge it tonight. This is extra change that was in my wallet that needs to be put in our change jar. And then I finished organizing. I think I finally decided exactly how I want my belt bag that's going to be with me tomorrow. So I got this one at Target and I really love it. It's got 3 pockets. So you have a back pocket here that is really nice because it actually goes the whole length of the back of the bag. So you have all of this space available. Then the middle zipper, where is it, is a really nice big compartment for it being such a small light bag, and it has an internal zipper, and in the front you have another pocket. So what I've done is left the back pocket completely open, this big pocket on the back, so that way tomorrow as we're going through the airport I can have my phone, my ID, my boarding passes, things like that. I can slip in this pocket and know that they're right there together, they're closest to my person, I don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to keep those things there. In the middle I have my small pouch with little necessities, my wallet, tissues and our magic bands. I decided I want these, again, just on me and just close where I can check in. I'm always so worried that I'm going to lose a magic band, but we take extra good care of them. I have gum, and I have my AirPods for listening to my phone in the airport and on the plane. But then in my little tech bag, I also have regular headphones in case I want to watch something that's available on the plane. I know you can ask for headphones, but I just like to have my own. So that's that pocket. And then in the front, I just have an extra mascara and a lip gloss. Just a couple other things. So that is good to go. And then, like I said, if I need to, I can just pop it in the backpack. There will be plenty of room in there, but that is good to go. I think now I'm getting ready to go ahead and I need to get the stuff out of my car that's out there still, and then I'm probably going to go ahead and take a shower so that I can be doing my hair and doing my skincare, and then I can go ahead and pack those things and have them ready. And then it's 7:22 now, and I would love to be in bed fairly early. Just, I know I might not be tired. I'm going to be so excited. It's going to be hard to fall asleep, but I want to try to get as much sleep as I can before we have to wake up pretty early. So, hey guys, it's 10:09 p.m. and we are officially going to bed. We've got everything ready to go. We've talked to all our family members, they're ready, and we are going to be meeting in the driveway at 2:30 a.m. to head to the airport. So this is the last video. Will just walked in. He's excited too. This is going to be the last part of our packing and prep, and then tomorrow we will start. Dizzy, Will's got a dance foot on over here, but I'm not going to show you. But tomorrow is Disney Day, and actually 4 hours is Disney Day, so we're going to try to get a little bit of sleep, but we will see you all on Disney Day. Good night. It's Disney Day! We are getting ready to leave the house. We got everything packed. We're going to put everything in the car, pick up my parents, and then his crew's going to caravan down with us. But we are so excited.
We're so tired.
We are tired.
It's 2:30 in the morning, but
the Disney magic is going to carry us through. Right, babe?
It's very exciting, yes. Magic.
The magic is here.